Okay, so I've got panels here, and I made rivets. These are little cardboard circles punched out with a hole punch, 1/16 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch. And then what I did is I took a piece of paper and I used a punch tip. This is what it looks like. It's got a little indentation top on it, almost like I'll call it a nipple. We'll call it a nipple. And what I've been doing is I've been pushing it down into the paper and using graph paper. So if I wanted to have a square piece, what I do is I just push pretty hard into it. It makes a dimple, and I'm doing it on the cutting mat. Soft mat, you can do it through other pieces of paper, you can do it into another piece of cardboard, but this is the cutting mats that won't get hurt. You can cut them and do everything else like that. So I just go around, and with graph paper you can get it pretty square looking and pretty symmetrical, and just a little bit of pushing. And then what I do is I cut that out and I take a little bit of white glue and I glue it on. And this is paper. This is graph paper with rivets, and you just glue it on, and then you give it a fairly thick paint coat, and it turns out like that. So here's the Insomnia project. This is my Huey, and it's turning out quite well. I got all the windows in. I haven't gotten the footwell window in. I've drawn out a grid on the nose. You can kind of see the shiny pencil lines, but I'm going to put rivet points on there, and I'm actually going to punch them out and glue them on. There's the P-dot tube and air conditioning and air intake valves. These are the lights. I used some plastic for a handle and some solder for a handle, 2 different size handles. That's the chair. That's the control stick. Control stick needs a new coat of paint. And then I've got the whole interior. I haven't done the fabric on the chairs yet. And the padding on the back there is actually the plastic you use with a light diffuser, and you can get that at plastic stores or hardware stores. And on the back side, it's got the diamond pattern. And what I did is I painted, I gave a release agent on it. You can use cooking spray, you can use anything that'll be slick. I used a silicone mold release spray. Painted latex paint, a couple of layers on the back, and then I let it dry. Peeled right off and gave me the diamond effect, and it's actually kind of squishy too, like a latex paint. So I just did that on the roof. The back wall is going to get a photograph. I'll be working on that, but right now I've got a pattern, just for example. Shove that on in there. So that's my pattern. So if I want to advertise X-Men or something like that, I can do that. And I'm going to give that to the client, and he can put pictures of his crew members, or maybe I'll find a jungle scene and have it show out the back. So this is a progress on the Huey. I just wanted to show kind of a rivet idea of what I was doing, and then when you put paint on them, they turn out pretty nice, and then you can stain it. You can actually see I did a rivet line here and some rivets around the light sconce there, and then a couple of coats of paint, and they will blend in. And I did some down here on the ridge, and then I'm working on these, so I've got a couple more to go. Maybe on the door. I know there's rivets around the windows and everything. Just see what I can accomplish. Anyway, hope you enjoy it. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.